Actually going to talk to you guys about optimizing marketing for your business growth. You've been looking at so many different products from us and so many different techniques and so many different ways to automate your marketing. Now, what's the next frontier, right? You've automated your marketing processes. What next? Where is this going to lead me? What insights am I going to get out of using the tools from Zoho or probably tools from outside? How can I get some insights from all these different systems and services that we're using as a part of our marketing automation, right? So what I'm going to do is, here's the agenda. I'm going to basically define or kind of get to a common ground and understand what is marketing optimization? What are we talking about? And what's the role of analytics in marketing, assessing and getting insights from marketing data? And what are the techniques that are typically used? And what are these different sources of data that you have as a part of your organization or as a part of your business to get these insights? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the analytics platform that Zoho has, using which you can start analyzing the information that you have in various marketing systems that you have in place, be it MailChimp, be it Google AdWords, be it Zoho CRM, Zoho Campaigns, be it whatever. Here is a platform which is going to be a business intelligence platform that allows you to blend data across multiple applications. So how can we get insights across these multiple applications, and how do I optimize my marketing? So with that agenda being set out, let's get to the definition. Optimization, marketing optimization. It's all about sending the right content through the right channel, be it your email campaigns, be it your AdWords, be it your tweets, be it your Facebook posts, at the right time, at the right frequency, to the right target. A target here could be a prospect, or it could be a customer you already have. So meaning, the whole idea of marketing optimization, it's not just to kind of get new business leads or new leads into your system, but also to nurture and to make use of the information that you have and target these customers who have been with you for like 5 years, 10 years, God knows how long, and then also new customers who you want to kind of attract to your business. Now, we've talked about, and we have basically set out the definition and said it's all about right, the 5 R's as I call it, but what is going to define or what is going to help you isolate what is right for your business, right? And that's where analytics comes into play. The whole idea of identifying or isolating what is right for your business is what marketing data analytics is all about, and that's why you want to do this. Let's see. Okay, you have identified, okay, I need to identify something. I need to identify the rights for my business. But what are the sources for this data? How do I identify what is right? Well, you have your CRM system, and then you have your social media campaigns that you run, and then the email campaigns that you do. And over and above this, I could add a whole lot of other things, maybe things like PR and events that you do, and also Google, a lot of AdWords and a whole lot of other things. So there's a whole lot of data sets that you already are using where you are inputting a whole lot of information about your business, which is qualified, which is clean, and then it's waiting to be explored. It's waiting for it to be, wherein it's basically saying, I have a ton of data. Just process me, you're going to get insights. That's all this is all about, right? What are these? Okay, we said CRM. Maybe you're using Salesforce. Maybe some of your customers, we have a lot of Zoho partners here. Some of them are using, let's say, Salesforce or let's say Microsoft Dynamics, right? What's the opportunity there, right? As partners, we can basically go and pitch in and say, I can do analytics on the data sets that you have, even if you're not going to be on a Zoho platform. So Zoho Reports is essentially a business intelligence. It's a self-serve business intelligence platform that will allow you to connect to various systems. We have default integrations with all these kind of services that you see here. But over and above that, if you do not see a service, if you're using a third-party service that is already not integrated, Zoho Reports gives you the ability to connect to them via APIs. You can pull in the data, and you can do all the analytics that you want. So from a CRM perspective, we have Zoho CRM connectors. Obviously, we have connectors for Salesforce and for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. From an email campaign connectors perspective, Zoho Campaigns, needless to say, and MailChimp. And finally, we also have Google connectors for Google AdWords and Google Analytics. So let's go into and see what Zoho Reports, the service, is all about. So when you go to this service, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a web page, a launch page where you see, okay, import your data. As you can see, you can basically take in data from any source and even from your kitchen sink, literally, so to speak. You can get data from your CSVs. You can get data from cloud storage, from any cloud services or cloud databases. Let's say you're hosting some database on Amazon, a MySQL database, or any kind of relational database that is hosted on cloud for you. You can connect to them and get your data. Local databases, maybe you have a database in your organization that you want to connect to. You can get data from there. And then we have default connectors, as you can see, for Salesforce, Zoho projects, Google, third party. A lot of Google Zoho products are integrated by default, and they have, I mean, when I say integrated, it's just not getting information. For example, when you connect to the Zoho CRM via the Zoho CRM connector to Zoho CRM from Zoho Reports, you're going to have 150 reports in the system, pre-built, automatically generated. All that you got to do is give your username and password to connect to your Zoho CRM, and voila, you're going to have 150 reports and no less. And almost each of these connectors have no less than 50 reports, no matter which integration you're talking about here. Any third party you connect to, any Zoho service you connect to, none of these integrations have anything less than 50 reports. 50 reports, and on top of that, you also have customizable dashboards. Now, that is not the extent where it stops. I mean, it's just not those 50 reports. If you have a specific, as a business, right? A classic example is if I want to monitor my business in terms of, let's say, certain KPIs, or my marketing in terms of certain KPIs, I want to look at, oh, okay, what's the lifetime value of a customer, right? And what's the cost of acquiring a customer for me? If you want to have KPIs that are specific to your business, specific to your division, you can go ahead and operate on this data and create those reports as well. It's not limited to these 50 or 100 reports that I'm talking about. It's extremely powerful. You can go and do these reports yourself. You don't have to be a data scientist. Don't have to be a data analyst. All that you got to do is understand your business. And you have put in the data into your systems, be it your CRM, be it your mail campaign product, be it your Google Analytics. You have put in the product. You understand the data. Nobody else can understand it better. And who else can analyze it for you rather than yourself? And here is a tool that allows you to basically do all these things via drag and drop interfaces, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I have a lot of, as you can see, I have connected to a lot of systems here. I have my own database, the Alpha Century. Got interested in a bit of astronomy and stuff, so I gathered some data for my own interest. So I have Google Analytics, I have MailChimp Analytics. Let's go and look at some interesting reports, right? Let's go and see what a report looks like. This is the launch page. This is not where you're going to be all the time. So let's go into the Zoho CRM Analytics page. I have some special reports that I created for the purposes of this presentation here. So as you can see, what you have here on the left-hand side is a panel or a tree that shows you the list of all the modules from where Zoho Reports is pulled in the data from Zoho CRM. And the view is going to be the same no matter which CRM you connect to. It's going to show you on the left-hand side, you're going to see the list of all the modules. And inside there, you're going to see the actual data that is pulled in from those systems. And then we have all the reports and dashboards organized. Let's look at a quick report or a dashboard here. An interesting dashboard from Zoho CRM. This is all about the calls that have been made and the tasks and the events that have happened that have been logged into the system, right? So some of the interesting capabilities that you can see here is right now I'm looking at all activity type. I just want to see, let's say, I just want to look at the calls and tasks that have been happening in the last quarter in my company. And dynamically, you get the data. You don't have to do anything. Automatically, Zoho Reports fetches the data for the specific segment that you have selected. When I say segmentation here, you're looking at the type of activity. That is a kind of segmentation of your data. And then the time period is, again, a second level of segmentation. You're segmenting the data to understand what's happening with your business and what's happening with your marketing activities. And then in here, calls and tasks. Let me just see. Okay, I see that there have been quite a lot of tasks in the second quarter of 2017. I want to drill down. And I want to drill down by the due date. And then I want to see it with respect to the week and year where it was completed. So it was week 22, as you can see here, has a lot of tasks. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Let me just drill down further and see who have been working on these activities, right? Or on this task, to be specific. Who's the activity owner? And there you go. So Harold Paulon has been working on quite a lot of activities, over north of 100. And then you have Rosario Dago, Santa Cruz. I mean, you basically are slicing and dicing the data. You're segmenting the data. You are then slicing and dicing and trying to get an information or the insights into your business, right? Into your marketing campaigns and activities. So, and this is interesting, but hey, how about changing this visual? I don't want to see it as a bar graph. So this is all about percentages. So just go in here and say, show it to me in terms of percentages. So 86.4 tasks for that particular week have been done by one agent in the company, right? So the ability to kind of slice and dice data is one thing, and also the ability to look at the visuals the way a user wants to look at them makes it even more powerful, right? So, and you have a whole lot of other options here. So let's say you have Zoho reports and you have Salesforce or Zoho CRM. You create the reports here, great. But I don't want my users to jump across all these applications a million times. You can create reports here and have them embedded into your third-party applications. We have the ability wherein you can go in and share. I'm just going to show you a simple one here. This whole dashboard that you see here is going to be shared with the user. And a couple of interesting things that I can do is when I do the sharing, I can allow them to export the data or view the underlying data or not. Or I can just give them the ability to just look at this dashboard and just be happy. That's it. This is your dashboard. You can't interact with this. This is a very interactive dashboard, as you can see, right? But I can disable the ability to interact with the system when I share this with somebody else, right? So, and then you can also filter and say, okay, just show the user when he looks at this report, he should only see the report for the month of June or the month of July and nothing else. So when this report is presented to the user in the third-party system, or when he tries to access this, or he or she tries to access the system, they're going to have a filtered view of the entire dashboard. They're not going to be able to interact with it anymore, right? So with that, just wanted to kind of give you a sense of what the capabilities of the system are at the high level, right? The ability to interact with the data, the ability to segment the data, the ability to drill down and look at the information the way you want, right? So let's come back to this whole marketing spin here. So I have a CRM system here, it's a Zoho CRM. I've run my campaigns, various campaigns, and I want to look at the ROI. So I created a report based on the data that we have in Zoho CRM. And here is a typical report. So these are the different types of campaign I've run in my company. So I have email campaigns, I have advertisements, I have PRs, I have direct mail, I have conferences, and a whole lot of other things, as you can see here. And what you also see in the graph is for each of these marketing activities, what's the budget, or what was the cost of the campaign or the campaign type, what was the expected revenue? Because every time, the way I have set up the CRM is I have basically created a campaign and I create a campaign and say, okay, this is the budget that I allocate, this is the revenue that I expect, and then based on the conversions, I track what was actually won as a result of these campaigns, right? So that's what you see here. So looks healthy, by and large, across the company, across all periods, across all the industries that I serve. This looks like a pretty decent, marketing campaign story that I can tell. Oh, good ROI. Now, let's have some fun. Let's look at what it looks like for education. Pretty bad, eh? So when I slice and dice the data, that's when I get the real information, when I interact with my data. And this essentially is also an actionable insight, right? Now, across the company, it looks good, but when I drill down to a specific industry where I have been doing all these campaigns, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look good. Now, this is an actionable insight. You can, next time, for this specific industry, you have to identify, or you have to find out the best way to reach out to the people or your customers in this industry. So over and above what we have, these are some new reports that I created for the purpose of this presentation. But as you can see, there are tons of reports. Let's look at some other campaign reports here. What's the amount in campaign, in the pipeline based on each campaign that I've been running in my company, right? So this is an interesting report. Campaign conversion funnel. So based on campaign name, let me just interact with this data again. Let's look at the ad group, number 1. 8 and 8, and conversion rate is 0. So none of them have converted. So basically, you go and drill down on each of the campaigns that you have run and look at how the campaigns have performed for you from a marketing perspective. Now, we talked about the campaigns that I've run from within my CRM. And an interesting angle that you can give here is across all my business, the email campaigns, I want to get more data about it. And let's assume I'm doing my email campaigns from Zoho campaigns. I'm going to go and look at the analytics which have been created in Zoho CRM or Zoho reports by virtue of the integration that I have. Top 5 negative campaigns. Within the email campaigns that I've done, I want to look at the top 5 campaigns that have led to unsubscription, or which have led people to go in when they log in, and when they open the email, when they click on the link, geez, I don't want this anymore, I'm going to unsubscribe. So this is a negative KPI, but it's extremely essential. So you got to track KPIs that are positive and KPIs that are negative. So these negative KPIs gives you a sense of, okay, what is it? Why does this Zoho Reports newsletter have such a high rate of unsubscription? Right? So again, an actionable insight. And then other thing that I want to understand is, I've sent all these emails. I want to look at the click to open ratio. I've sent out 100 emails. How many of those emails have been opened? And each of those emails have links. And how many of those links have been clicked? I want to see, this is a very important ratio that a lot of people track in marketing. Click to open ratio. When you do an email campaign, you want to understand how many emails that you have sent. I mean, that's what is essentially being projected here. In 2016, I have 55,000 emails sent. And on the left axis, you have the total emails sent. On the right axis, you have the open versus the total click, and the actual click to open ratio, as they call it, CTOR. So in 2016, my click to open ratio is at 4.5%. 2017, though I've not reached the end of the year, I see that there is a kind of an upward trend in my click to open ratio, which is now stands at 7%. So these are the kind of other insights that you want to understand and track. Helps you understand how successful your campaigns or email campaigns are. That said, a couple of other interesting reports. Again, I'm going to talk about some third-party integration that we have done with Salesforce. So let's look at the Salesforce CRM analytics. Again, you're going to have, like I said, none of them have any less than 50 reports. And the modules based on Salesforce have been inhaled here. And then kind of shows you the one versus expected revenue over different quarters in time. So this might possibly more of a sales kind of a dashboard or a report, but then just want to let you know that from a Zoho Reports perspective, we kind of work with just about every CRM vendor and marketing tools out there. We're integrated with Marketo, we integrated with MailChimp, and so on and so forth. And then the integrations are growing day by day. That is a focus for the business intelligence and the analytics division of Zoho Reports. We try to build more and more plugins into the system, or as we call them, connectors. Let's look at some other databases that I have here. Google Analytics. Here's my AdWord dashboard. Again, the point that I'm getting to is, guys, This is all created for you. You just have to connect to your existing Google Analytics account, and Zoho Reports is going to create all these reports for you. Helps you understand. Again, the bottom line is, what are we trying to do again? Optimize marketing for your business. And what is that definition? It's all about doing the 5 R's. Identify the right content, send it through the right channel, right? And send it at the right time, at the right frequency, to the right target. This is what it allows you to do. And again, Zoho Reports is just not about analyzing marketing data. It's just about anything and everything that you have in your business. If there are other additional data sets that are outside the system, it doesn't stop it, or it doesn't stop you from inhaling those data sets as well. Because as you can see, you can import data from n number of different sources, not just services that are cloud services such as MailChimp or Google Analytics and so on and so forth. It's just about anything and everything, right? Don't have anything else. So everything is contextual. Data is contextual. The segmentation of data is also contextual. Going back, takeaway, well, Smart Analytics powered by Zoho Reports helps you optimize marketing for your business. Thank you.